We ready to pop it off? We ready
Let's
to
pop
pop
it
it?
off, man.
Hang on.
Alright,
Matter,
just
bro.
a
Wait,
look.
wait, don't hit
What?
record
Why my
yet,
internet doing
Just
this?
a look.
dude.
Alright, yo.
Oh, my internet out
Hold
here
up.
right now, dude.
We good? Let me just do the welcome
Gonna,
thing, man.
gonna like lick the
Continue
mic.
talking, bro.
Shay! This sound is loud, dude. Oh god.
Alright, yo, ladies and gentlemen,
Yo,
Wait, don't hit
welcome.
record yet.
yo,
It's
hold on.
recording, bro. It's recording. It's recording, nigga.
Maddox came through, say yo, yeah, already.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 2 of Nomadic Stories. You know, today we got a very special guest. Well, we can't really call him a guest because, like, you know, he's part of the family. But that's King Lee right here. Nomad King Lee in the building.
What up?
It's King.
You already know
Sirens
the
on. Put the sirens on. Where the sirens at?
We was gonna hook us up with that, right?
Yeah.
How you doing, Ali?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. Just living life, bro. That's all it is, man. Just taking it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what I gotta do, bro. What about y'all? How y'all doing, man?
100, bro.
We living, bro. We living.
Yeah, dude, I feel like that's what everyone's doing right now. It's just like living through this this Corona time.
It's weird, man.
We literally just living, like trying to move through it, bro.
It's real weird.
Yeah,
But all right, man. So for everyone that doesn't know, just tell us where you at, bro. What you doing right now? What you up to?
Right now I'm in New York, Westpoint. That's like upstate New York. That's like 45 minutes to like an hour away from New York City. West Point, for those of you who don't know, it's a military academy. So I'm just studying
in the
really.
world.
I don't know about that, but yeah, you know.
we know you're getting that good treatment over there, dude.
Yeah,
We
bro.
know, we know, dude.
We know you.
Stop.
Hey, but
I'm just studying. And it's really a school at the end of the day, but we still do like military stuff every day. Like we wear uniform every day. You know, weekends we do training, summers we doing training.
Yeah.
It's like really busy. It's like a really, really busy place. Time goes real fast out here because life is so like regimented, you know. There's a time in the morning where you got to wake up, you go to formation, after that you go to breakfast, after that you go to class, after class you go work out, after workout you do homework, you go to bed, and it's just like a cycle, bro. It's like a hamster wheel. It's like you a hamster and you just and then you come off the hamster wheel, everything slow down, and it's like, all right, you know. So it is what it is, man. It's nice. I don't have to pay tuition. But I gotta pay back. But I gotta pay back in time, which is something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so after this, I graduate, and then I gotta do active duty time. So, you know,
how many years of active duty you got to do?
it's a minimum of 5 years plus 3 years in the reserve. So really, it's like 8 years in the bag.
What is that? What does that entail? Like active duty? Like, does that mean you going out, you know, on the field type of thing? What does that mean?
Yeah, pretty much. That means 24/7. You working for you're working for the military. Like that's full time. Like that is your job. So you graduate, you become an officer, a second lieutenant. That's like your first rank as an officer. And then you do a branch, you know, combat. It could be a combat arms branch. It could be a support branch. You do a branch, and then you go to a base somewhere in the U.S. There's a base somewhere. There's bases even overseas. There's some bases in Italy.
Yo, pull up
There's
to the European base, bro.
Bro, you already know, bro. You already know that's on the top of my list.
Yeah, come through, man. Come over to this side, man.
Damn, bro.
And then you with a base, and then you know if you deploy, you know what I mean. And then after 5 years, then you do 3 years in the reserve, and the reserve is not full time. It's like part time. So it's like instead of you working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the military, you come in maybe on the weekends and you're doing a little training, you know, because you're still an officer and they still need your leadership for stuff.
Yeah.
And so then you do your time as a reservist for about 3 years, and then after that you free. But you could choose how long you stay in. So I could stay in for more than the 5 years active. I could do more time than that.
Yeah.
You And the reality is like I want to go to like law school. You know what I mean? Like I want to be a lawyer in the military. Like that's what I want to be. So how it would be for me is instead of like, so I'd still be active, but I'd be going to school. You know what I mean? So I'm learning in
Yeah.
that, and in that time that I'm learning, um, I pay that time back after as like a military lawyer, and then after that, I'm gonna see where things take me.
Then you'll be
Damn,
like
man.
a free man, so to say.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right now you're cooped up. That's fair
Dang.
enough, though.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
crazy
like
like
a.
how it's so different as to what we're doing, bro. Like I'm doing 3 years and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, man. I have
Yeah.
no idea type thing.
I was
Mm.
gonna
Um,
say it's crazy how
yeah.
you have like literally almost the next 10 years of your life basically structured out and somewhat of a plan as to what you're doing for that time.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like a lot of us right now, especially those who don't have such a structured life like you, definitely thinking about like, oh crap, what am I gonna do for my next step? Like, what I mean?
And there's less jobs now, like there's so much
Yeah,
uncertainty. Whereas like you
Yeah.
got that certainty, like I know what I'm gonna be doing. So like
yeah,
that does that feel like, I don't know, kind of a weight off your shoulder to not have to worry about that kind of stuff, or is it
Yeah.
also kind of the other side where it's like, damn, I don't really have much choice almost. I mean, you did
Exactly.
make the commitment, but how do you feel
It's
about
both.
that?
Just like
Yeah.
you said, it's really both because even though I know I have like job security, at the same time those are mandatory years of service. Like
mm,
I have to I have to serve those years. Like no matter what the
Said if you
predicament is.
change your mind, that's like deserting.
Exactly. Like whoever the leadership is, like they could say go here. You know what I mean? I gotta
mm.
go. Feel me?
Mm.
So
Right. What's
the
your
job security comes with its caveats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like even for the people like in the civilian counterpart, like like going to normal schools, you can still make that plan, you know what I mean? Like you can still create certainty. Like, you know what I mean? It's
preach,
harder, it's
preach.
different. You're right, it's not the same, but we gotta write our goals down. We gotta put things on paper. You know what I mean? Because even within like me in this 5 years active duty, like I still have to plan out the way I want it to go. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
still have some autonomy, like in the career
Yeah.
path that I take. So, I could just ride the wave and then let the military just take me to wherever. And some people do that. You know what I mean? They just like, I'm gonna let the military take me wherever, and I'm just not gonna complain. And then there's people who still try to control their path. Like I said, I'm trying to go to like law school. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yes, sir.
plan my career path out so that when I come out, you know what I mean? I'm doing what I
Yeah.
want.
Man, that's
Mm,
what's up, really. Like, I really feel that, man, because at the end of the day, like, the three of us, while we just go to, regular university, we could have still took our time and said, like, all right, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next 5 years, and I'm not gonna deviate from that because this is the plan. This is what I need to get to and stuff. But dude, I admire that about you, man, because
yeah, man.
I remember that, like, dang, because you started West Point like 4 years ago now, right?
Yeah, I
Or,
started in
or
2018
2 years?
because I went to the prep school. Like I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't get
yeah.
accepted
Right,
to
right,
West
right.
Point. Yeah.
Because I remember at that time already, like I had asked you, like, damn, bro, like West Point really, like, you really feeling that military life and stuff. He's like, yep, I'm trying to go to West Point so that I can be a lawyer, bro. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, man, that's what's up. Like,
Mm,
to an extent, also in that sense, it's like an ends to a means,
So
or a means to an end kind of
Means to
thing.
an end,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's really what's up, bro.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
that's strong what you just said right there. A means to an
sir.
end is like I value the end. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yep.
like we all value the end, and like whatever it takes to get there, like you
You
know what I
straight.
mean? Like you gotta do it. Like even if it
Yeah.
sucks, like you want the ends. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
So,
It just comes
Uh,
down to what you were saying before, Ali, is like little things like writing down your
sorry, it's
goals.
cutting up on my end.
Am I good? Am I straight?
you straight. You straight. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I
Sorry, y'all
was.
boys. It's cutting up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
So
good. Like I can hear you, but the video is
I
actually I don't even see you now. Bro. All I see is two letters. I see J and S, and then Matthew. I just see M. Marty. I can see you perfectly fine.
Gang, gang. I got the strong Wi-Fi,
uh,
bro. Gang, gang. I got the strong Wi-Fi, bro.
what's
yeah, I'm
going
out
on,
here, dude.
man?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see you now, Jimmy.
All right,
I could
but
I could see I could Okay, now Marty, now you're gone, bro.
Jimmy, just continue, man. Just continue with what you were saying.
Oh
These
no.
internet struggles.
Oh god, dude, this is how it is. Hey, but it is what it is, you know. But nah,
Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna say, y'all, you guys are all blurry, but you guys are all blurry, but if y'all can still hear me, that's what matters. I was just gonna say, like, it just comes down to what you were saying before about writing down your goals and just setting out your purpose. Like, what? You good, bro? Hello?
I don't know, man. Yo, Westpoint.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yo,
I don't know, like, I don't know what the delay is like, bro. I feel like this is like in the news, you know, and they're like,
I was
late,
serious.
bro.
I started laughing, bro.
Because I know you just like you just said a whole question, bro, and I'm trying to like answer right after.
Right.
So much started laughing.
Wait,
You're right, Jimmy. Yo, you gotta write. You gotta put things in paper. You gotta put things on.
It's about creating that.
You gotta put things on paper, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people have all these ideas.
was that even his question, dude?
Bro,
It was.
Okay,
It wasn't a
okay.
question, dog. I was saying some shit, man. I was saying shit.
I feel like he was mid-statement. Then how he came in late into that. Yeah. This is what happening.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's all right, man. All right, bro. I think.
wait, hold on. Can we just stop? Can we just stop for 10 seconds? Just 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. 1 second.
Bro, we can easily just cut apart if it's just annoying.
Yeah. We'll put a bit of this in, but not all of it. Like,
We'll figure it out. Like, it'll be funny.
Yo,
But...
Lewis, using this part, obviously cut out a lot of it.
Bro, I swear, you just started talking serious. He started laughing. I was like, this is not coming through right.
You know, this nigga just straight froze to me, dog.
Yeah, for me too, bro.
All right. Am I back? I had to do
Yeah.
some
Oh man,
some amendments.
Wow.
All right. Can we go back to the last question?
All right, I'm. No, we're talking about, having that ends, finding that means to an end. And like, I was just saying that it's about, writing down those goals every day and creating that vision for yourself to know exactly like what direction you're actually going in instead of just flowing, in space like randomly, just having some sort of direction. And that direction can change, from one week to the next, from 1 month to the next. But as long as you're like aware of where you somewhat want to go, or what kind of things you actually see yourself maybe heading towards, it can be ideas, but as long as it's, you're aware of that and conscious of those things,
Bro, I totally feel that, man. Like, when I think about it, right, like, whereas you have so-called, like, the military, like, rigidity of, like, certainty, like, what you're going to be doing and stuff, it's really not different. It's really not different as life is, you know what I mean? Because I also have the certainty, pretty much the certainty that I'm just going to be alive and doing stuff, you know what I mean, for the next 10 years also. Now, it's the same way that you have to find your way to, navigate yourself within this system that you're in, to get to where you need to go. I have to do the same thing, except that, you know what I mean? It's just in a different, like, ecosystem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mine is just an ecosystem outside of the military, so I might have, like, more wide range of options, but, like, I still got to navigate my own way to get to where I need to go. And, like, I wanted to add on top of that just the idea that, bro, I totally get that, we got to be happy and shit. And, like, we're supposed to enjoy what we're doing and everything. But, like, at the end of the day, sometimes when it comes to certain ends, like, no, you not. You know what I mean? Just
What do you
sometimes
mean?
you go
What do you
through
mean?
periods of time where it's like, hey, man, it sucks, bro. It's not fun. You might not be happy with what you're doing every day, but sometimes that's just what's on your path. You know what I mean?
Man, bro, I'm gonna keep it one buck with you, man. In the next 5 years, wherever I gotta go, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, man. Like I'm like I told you, like I'm here for free. You know what I mean? Like literally, like this is a $400,000 like education, like $400,000. Like that's how much like they invest in us. You know what I mean? So you know, like every meal I eat here, the internet I'm using right now, the bed I sleep on, you know, even when I leave here, like the house that I'm gonna have, like the healthcare, like every single thing, that's like their dime, you know what I mean? And it's like a prestige academy. Like the education that I'm getting is it's you know, it's a big deal. So in the next 5 years, man, where I gotta go, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna do what I can to the best of my ability. You feel me?
Word.
You know, if you think about it, even us, bro, we've some of the places these people think are deployments, we live there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
we lived in Tanzania. We know what it's like to go out, like Dar es Salaam and the shit, like to some of these, you know what I mean? It's a deployment. You know, Burkina Faso, Senegal, like West Africa, some of these places that
The army goes.
we just be walking around eating corn. You know what I mean? It's a full deployment. So
Shout
like
out Corn Gang. Hey, shout out Corn
corn
Gang.
corn clan.
All right, so that's a perfect, man. Because I also wanted to talk about like where we all met and stuff.
Yeah,
So like take it back a little bit to the high school days and stuff.
yeah,
You know. So
100%.
like
Those days,
then
mate.
so Jimmy and I pulled up to Tanzania in what 2012 I would say.
Yeah,
So when did when
y'all were at Potea Hotel.
yes sir.
Hey.
Hey man, we were living in that hotel, bro. Dude, first we lived at Seacliff. It was like damn bougie. It was super
Mhm.
nice. And then we got downgraded to Protea, man, for like 3 months.
Wait,
Man.
Yeah, I was
big
there for a
Oh
discount.
little
no,
bit.
it was a downgrade, bro. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, we lived in a hotel, it was kind of
Mhm.
nice for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still remember that chicken your mom made, man. I won't ever forget that. Bro, that's crazy. I won't forget that, bro.
Man.
I remember you had that mohawk.
Oh no, don't bring that up. Bro. I don't need anyone to see that.
Yeah, damn. That was
Yeah.
those days, Marty. The good old. Maybe we can put a picture of you with the mohawk
Yeah.
somewhere in the
Oh,
podcast.
Yeah,
fine,
see if you can
fine,
make that.
fine.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna happen.
All right.
But
So yo,
Ali, you were already there, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
was there
pulled
for
up a
about a
year
year.
after. Sure.
Yeah, I was there for about a year already. I came in 2011.
And well, how come? What brought you to TZ? And
Family, man.
where did you come from? Actually, man, before talking about TZ, man, tell us about like, where you actually from, bro. Your roots, where you grew
King
up.
Lee,
Yeah.
the King Lee origins.
Oh,
Yeah,
King
bro.
Lee.
Your back
My
story.
dad from Senegal, West Africa. My mom, she's from Panama, South
Yes, sir.
America, and I was born in Maryland. But my roots is my roots. So I consider myself African at heart. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's where we came from. So I lived in the U.S. You know, for most of my at the time, like till 2007. Then I moved to Angola. After Angola, I went back to the U.S. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and then that's when I went to Tanzania. So I came to Tanzania right out of ATL.
Damn.
So
Damn. That's what's up. That's what's
Bro,
up.
I never even knew that you lived in Angola, my G.
yeah, bro, Angola was a dope country. Looking back at, like, it was dope to be at. Like, looking back, like the people were so, you know what I mean? Like it was so rich in culture. Like people were so nice.
right.
The country was bad because they came out of a 20-year civil war. Like it was polluted. There was mad poverty. If you go out to the rural areas, there's still landmines from just the 20 years of just warfare.
That's crazy.
But like living there, it was kind of like I had to like drive an hour to get to school every day. It was more than an hour,
Yeah.
hour there and
Wow.
back. But looking back on it, I still got some close friends that who were there in Angola.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some that came to Tanzania. Bernardo de Mata, right?
I was just thinking about him. He
Yeah,
was
that's all.
he did ICA and all that.
Exactly.
And through that.
That was one of my boys.
Oh, we saw him at Wuha, right?
Yeah, we saw him. That
Turning
was
up in the
crazy
crowd, and
how we saw him at
that
Wuhan.
was
Yeah.
insane.
He was right behind me, dude. He tapped me. I was like,
Who is this?
yo, this dude Bernardo.
Shouts to
Yeah.
that.
So
And we all knew him too, because I see him. So
yeah. So quick sec for the people listening, if y'all don't know the things that they just mentioned is the first one is ICEA. It's what is it? What does it stand for?
International
Intern.
Schools of Southern and Eastern Africa.
Okay, yeah. So that's like a sports tournament. Like I think all of us have been to it. It's like all the international schools in West Africa, and it's really sick because
South and East Africa, bro.
yeah, East and South Africa, whatever. Um, we all like
Get
meet up
around
at
again.
one school basically, and and yeah, it's a great opportunity for like all the international students in the region to like link up, meet, and a lot
Yeah.
of even like long friendships have like evolved from like those times, which is really
Mm.
great. Like even one of the homies, like Jan, he was on Who Dat Wednesday. Like the first time I
Mm.
ever met him was at ICEA.
Yeah.
That's where we linked up, got to know each other.
He's
And
still open
then
house for one of the ideas. Still to this day, man. Still featuring Who This Wednesday. A bunch of people we know from that. You know,
it's
good
really
connections made through ICEA.
yeah, and this is like 5 years ago now, 5, 6 years for
Yeah.
all of us. Like
Literally.
really crazy.
Mm.
And then the next thing was Wuha. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all wanna say a little something about that?
Just run the tape, bro. Just run the tape.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
play the tape right now,
But
bro.
I
Put a
guess
little highlight reel.
Painful pennies fall from pocket holes. Run it up, said run it up. I get no love from these niggas, no. But these woes gon' make up for all my foes. Painful pennies fall from pocket holes. Run it up, said run it up.
Had to run it up on my knee, bust kneecap. Shit didn't mean no cap. North side, nigga miss it. Heat back in the east lines creep. Knew we had it since the days of MGs. Lifestyle took a couple years off at the least. Worthwhile for myself, but the
so Wuha is like another this festival that we all went to this summer. And yeah, so super crazy that your friend like from Angola was like at this festival too. Like
The world is
are
small,
you
man.
bro?
The world is small.
Yo,
Whoever tells you the world is like, no, man.
it's
The world is very small.
yo, but Ali, man, I have this conversation with people like they're telling me the world is small, whereas I can't agree with that, bro.
Bro, I even
But
remember to this day, Matthew, you told me some crazy story that I even think of sometimes to this day about how like you met your uncle like in the middle of a
Yo,
Tell that
Yo,
story. Tell that
that's
story.
so scary. All right, let me tell a story. Let me set the scene. All right, so we're out here in Kampala, which is capital of Uganda, for those of you who don't know, and busy ass city. Like, I mean, almost too many people to really be comfortable in, you know. And so I'm in the car with my family, and we're driving to the village, right? And because shout out to the roots, that's where it's from, you know. And we're driving through Kampala through like a market square. So again, if you can imagine like a super busy, dense city in a market. And I'm sitting in the front seat. Shout out front seat. And I'm like, I got my headphones in, so I can't hear what's going on in the conversation in the car. And so my mom and my dad are talking about my uncle, right? It happens to be, whatever conversation they're having. And just as they're having that conversation, we pass a corner of the market, again, super busy, and I see my uncle standing there on the corner.
Wow.
And of course, I got my headphones in, so I can't hear the conversation. So I pull my headphones out, I turn to them, I'm like, oh, damn, his name's Uncle Fred. I was like, yo, that was Uncle Fred, like, yo, that's crazy. I just saw him. And the entire car froze, like, no one spoke for like at least 20 seconds. They're like, yo, we were literally just talking about that guy. How the hell has he now just popped up out of nowhere? Keep in mind, man, like this is an uncle, you know what I mean? Just like in the middle of an African city. There's so many uncles about in Uganda, bro. Like, and out of nowhere, he just pops up in the middle of this market square.
mind you, 1.5 million people in this city, dude.
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
thank you for the stats.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
man. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Coincidences in life, man.
Yeah,
Coincidences in life.
But so what I was like, that's those kind of stories, like they make us feel like the world is small. But I feel like it's a misconception, bro. Like I feel like it's just like these networks that as like nomads, in our way of thinking about being a nomad, like we just become part of like these networks that I don't think there's that many people in them, right? Like I don't really know how this works, man, because I think most people they just go through life like living in one or two cities or literally one city, one country. And so all of us that like move around a lot become entwined in these networks of people that I really don't think that there's that many of us, dude. Like, you get
Um,
what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean,
as
if you
in, there's so much in the world, and there's so much space, and there's so many amazing, huge things just going on. But then these little networks are what connect us, like, across the whole thing. But that network ain't that big, which is why we like recognize each other, bro. Like, even at Wuha, bro, I'm there. I'm like turning up to Travis Scott, and I turn around and I see this guy that I met 5 years ago in Burkina Faso, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why going
yeah,
with that, bro? I was
The
like,
chances of
What
that.
are you doing
That's
here,
crazy.
man?
because
That's crazy.
I agree on one hand, because if you also think about it, like, this network that you're talking about is also like, I don't know, kids that went to like international school abroad, and who have had like who have met through that, and then through that, via, people move around, and you create that network of, which is a pretty small amount of people, people who have gone to like international school, whatever, at least relative to the rest of the world. So I do agree with that network, but then it's still crazy that like in a massive crowd at Wuha, you just happen to be like, I get it, like
Yeah.
it's not crazy that you are at Wuha at the same
Yeah.
time, but for you to have decided, something told you
Yeah.
like, let me go stand there, and that
Yeah.
person thought the exact same. He's like,
Yes.
I feel like I
Yeah,
should
that
stand
is.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and when that shit happens, I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
And
what?
connection, bro, is
bro,
crazy.
and it's the
Why?
fact that Bernardo was like one of my best friends. Like he was one of the only people that like I would hang out with, like in Angola. Like it wasn't some random, LIS kid from Angola. Like this was my bro. We used to play We online. Bro. We was playing Mario Kart online. Like,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Uh,
crazy, dude.
And I got lost. Remember when I got lost, bro? Come on, man. That was a big place, bro. I got lost almost for a
At
whole
the
day.
festival, huh?
Right, that was rough, man. I got
Right,
lost.
just to put in perspective, there's an estimated 30,000 people at Wuha. And this one friend so happened to tap on this man's shoulder
Right.
at one of the
During the Travis.
busiest sets. The Travis one was mad. We'll put some footage of that. You'll see people.
Yo, Ali, don't tell me it was during Travis, dude.
It was during Travis. I
Bro,
still have the
Travis
even
footage
is-
to
mine
this
was
day.
during Travis, dog.
And let
See
me
what I
tell you,
mean? Maybe
Yo,
maybe
it's
it's
Travis, bro. It's just Travis, dog.
Travis
But
is
then
God.
I turn
Travis
around,
is God, bro.
and I just see this dude like they're turning up, and I'm like, dog, nah. I
Oh
literally
my
met
god.
you. I literally met you when I was 16 years old, traveling to Burkina Faso for the first time by myself, like friend of a friend there, and I met you, and I just see you here, like, nah, dog.
but maybe you're right, bro. I see what you meant by like we're a part of a network that we think is big, but really it's not that big.
You know
You
what I'm
know?
saying?
Like and like we're destined to kind of meet the same people. Like, you know what I mean? Because we all kind of do the same thing. Like a lot of people end up in Europe. You know what I mean? A lot of people end up going to concerts
Yeah.
that did what we did, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But there's
Yeah.
still a huge amount of people who don't. And then again, like gotta say, like the opportunities that we had, I can say for myself, man, blessed for it, bro. Blessed,
Oh,
man. You know what I mean?
100%. No
Like,
every
doubt about
day
it, bro.
blessed, bro.
uh-huh.
For sure.
Every day
Because
blessed, man.
if it weren't for like, my family moving around with the US government, I probably would just be in the US, you know what I mean? In some small circle in the same neighborhood doing the same shit.
Yep.
yeah.
But I was blessed with the opportunity to be able to stretch out, you know what I mean, and travel. And like I think you guys could say the same, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I trip out
Bro, we've
sometimes
had more.
when like, yeah, like when I link up with, I don't know, like a friend from like my hometown here in Holland,
yeah.
and I'm like, I go back to the neighborhood in Gouda, shout out Gouda, and I go back and I'm like, they've been living in that exact house like
Yeah.
since I left in 2005, and it doesn't, not that my experience is any like better or something, but it's just so different, and I'm like, for me, I'm so grateful to have moved to all those places and to have had the opportunity to do that, because it has made me into a person that I'm just so grateful for that, dude. And like, man, just being nomadic like that has taught me so much
Yeah.
as well, and
That's
developed
the
me
whole
such a different way, which like that's why we all connected, like we're all relating on that level,
Yeah.
but
That's
it's
why
crazy.
it's nomadic. That's why it's nomadic, man.
Yeah, man.
It's nomadic. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, like
Hey.
in that sense, because of that opportunity, and almost like that privilege, like that also sometimes gives me like a sense of I can't mess this up kind of thing, you know, like
Yeah.
all the resources or whatever that have been in
Yes.
Marty, what are you doing? But yeah, everything
right.
that's been invested in me, or like, I don't know, everything I've seen, like I can't let that go to waste now.
Of like people in Tanzania, parents who, you know, running big businesses, you know, doing big work. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we take advantage of those networks to help everybody out, to get everybody in the fold. Bro,
Yeah.
all of us don't have an excuse to be great, bro. You know what I mean? Like we don't have an excuse. You know what I mean? Because opportunities come out of that.
Yeah.
Opportunities come out of the people you know. It's people
Yeah.
like our planet is. It's about us. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if we don't take
Yeah, man.
advantage of those connections, and we just think that we could do everything on our own, it's like, what are you doing? Like, what was the point of me meeting all of you guys if I'm not here talking? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
what's
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah.
We gotta, a high tide raises all ships. We gotta work together. Like we all trying to go up. We all trying to go
Damn,
up.
that's the quote, bro.
That's cool. All right, put that
Hey,
up.
Yeah.
hey, yo,
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
I'm done here.
For real, though, man. For real. Social capital is the best capital, man. Like,
Yeah, it is. It's the only
yeah,
capital.
you know.
Money
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
and like, bro,
Real.
I think that's something very much that all of us, because all of us we all tied to Africa, by blood, and I think that these kind of, because how like our going back home, like how our families live and shit, right? Like the tight knitness of our families and like how relationships work within the family and everything. I think that because in a way, each of us like this nomadic lifestyle and like the way our parents decided to go about their lives, we're so grateful for it.
Yeah.
But in a way, it like tore us away from that fabric. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have something that we're not a part of something as coherently as we would be that like our ancestors have been a part of for like generations, bro. Like
100%.
thousands and thousands of years of like having these like family units, you know what I'm saying? And like,
Parents made it out the mud, man.
you know what I'm saying? Like I like to say out the dust, my G, because it's too
Mhm.
dusty out where we
West
came.
Africa.
Ain't no precipitation, man.
Yeah. So what I sometimes think about is like the way that we then move out of our places and we create like these new families, bro, and like each of us becomes like these new nucleus of like, such like a tight knit like squad of people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that is I don't know how that works, but it's been like passed through us. Like we always supposed to be part of a family like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we even trying to like recreate.
That's
in
what I'm going back to, you know. That's what I want to go back to at the end of the day. Like you said, like we were cut out of a fabric. Just the nature of being nomadic and traveling. You're cut off from your original fabric, you know, and you're put in all these different environments and you're taking on new pieces of fabric, new patterns, you know, a whole bunch of new stuff. And it's not that you don't belong to your original fabric, but you just kind of departed and you're just taking on some new experiences.
Yeah.
But I think the goal should be to come back to the original fabric. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
weave
that's
your
what I
own,
want to
man. Weave your own new one, bro.
do. Or that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's what nomadic is, bro. It's a new fabric, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut from a new cloth.
You're right.
Sir.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking about like the congas, you know, like the Tanzanian, like how they have all those
Yeah.
different. Every time you say fabric, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
For
And
real.
people even mix those, you know what I mean? Like they,
Yeah.
you know, you've seen like an East and West African conga mix. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. I might just do that, man. Get some fabric from just like everywhere I've been. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And then make something out of it, man.
that's a dope project,
Like
man.
a quilt. What are they called?
Yeah.
Quilt?
Imagine we took the congas from like all of us, bro. Like from all the places we've been, bro. It would
I
have,
got some in my cupboard, dog.
That would be sick, man. For sure.
it's so
Yeah.
representative of us.
Yo,
you know?
explain to people what a conga is, man.
Yeah,
you
I was about
know,
to
So
say.
my bad,
Anyone
my
got
bad.
one?
I
Anyone got
realize
one
I'm
on deck?
using these
Matthew,
words.
you want to take it? You want to take this explanation?
What, the conga?
Yeah.
Bro, all right, man. The conga is a colorful piece of clothing or cloth
Trying to
of
look.
African origin. Yeah, my boys are really here looking left and right for that conga. But,
I mean, this is the
yo,
closest. This is the closest thing I got, dude. This is the closest thing I
Yeah,
I
got.
mean,
there
that's
we
made
go.
of
Yeah, there
cotton.
we go. There we
that's
go.
perfect. That's perfect.
See?
Like,
So we got different flavors, different stories behind each little cloth and design.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
That's like the perfect example, man.
yeah. I got
yeah,
different
Yo,
literally.
let me
mixes in
tell
there.
y'all something, bro. Let me tell y'all something. One of the biggest producers of those ones is located right here in the Netherlands, my G.
Really,
I was so
They
Yeah.
capping,
appalled when
man.
I heard
They
that,
that's
capping.
bro.
bad. That's BAD, man.
Yo, they just take the design, they just make it, and they just sell it over here. They got the big ass machines, bro. Like they make all them things, bro.
Yeah, dude. That was. We were
Let's
shopping
go.
there this winter in Burkina, man. And I was like, but we did buy some fresh gear. I won't lie. Like we're not gonna cap, but like we asked the people, like, yo, because basically like it's like in that situation, like Burkina fabric or African fabric that's just like sent away, made in Holland, and then sold around the world. Where it's like, man, that comes down to the bigger topic of like keeping production in Africa. You know that's something that
Mhm.
we need to be striving for, because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's just
African
another way of
businesses, man.
exploitation. You know,
yeah,
at
dog.
the end of the
Like
Yeah.
day.
they selling our own designs to us, bro.
Which is like,
Yeah.
that's so
For
backwards.
more.
Like
For more.
for
For
more.
expensive, bro. The
Yeah.
design is free, bro. They don't pay anyone for those designs, dude. The
Yeah.
design
No,
is free, my guy.
Minimal
And then they
Mhm.
it's
just
messed
sell the
up, man.
fabrics. And
Mhm.
like because they already got all the infrastructure and everything, it's calm. There's no
Mhm.
one that can compete with that, you know?
Nope. Yeah.
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 It's just
Not
the type of
really.
neo-colonialism and still going on, man. It's still going on. That's crazy. When you said the biggest whatever was it was there in Holland. I thought you were talking about your own bando, bro. I thought you were trying to advertise. I thought you were trying to advertise your own place. But
Ah.
that's messed
Nah.
up. That's messed up. They're out here selling it back to Burkina Faso, man. Like,
I'm gonna switch up the topic completely.
Run it.
alright, go on.
Ali, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about back in the high school days, when you were a manager, and like you also spit some bars like King Lee, right? I remember that Reese's Piece thing.
They don't know nothing about a watch, bro.
Ali said, "Be quiet."
So my question is, Ali, where happened to your rap career, bro? You ever gonna hop on a track again? Like what's going on, dude?
Hey, King Lee is my alter ego, man. I don't know where he went. I gotta find him. I don't know where he is. If I find him though, you best believe, dude. Best believe. I mean, I enjoy it, man.
Yeah, what do you
I always like to write rhymes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Get my note and pad, my
You
pad
still
and
write
pen.
rhymes sometimes though? Like
Do I
just for
still write
yourself?
rhymes? Uh,
Don't cap.
Man, no. That's the sad part, man. It's probably atrophied. I need to pull it out again and just. I like writing rhymes, man. And bro, once I got it down on the paper, the spitting part is nothing, dude.
Ali, man, it
That's
sounds
on
like
film. That's on
I
film,
want
bro.
I want you to tell me right now you're gonna hop on a track sometime, man. With that confidence.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna look for King Lee, man. Let me tell you, I'm gonna look for him. I'm gonna look for him. And
Tell us
and
what's up, man.
I'll
Tell
find
you.
him. Don't worry, I'll find him. I let him go for too long.
Yeah,
But
man.
Hey, man, he's in there somewhere, bro. He's in there,
easy.
man.
He'll be caught.
Just,
Then-
just
Stay
King
tuned.
Lee.
Stay tuned.
King
Just
Lee.
stay tuned. Y'all might see him on the track.
All right,
We
bet.
got
He
motivational.
might be on a feature.
Yeah.
Yo, man. So what do you do in your how much free time do you actually have on the what do you call it, military camp, or do you just call it university
West Point. I mean,
or like academy? I don't know.
it's weird. It's like an illusion, bro. I wake up and like after class, I feel like I have time, but I don't. It's like I'm constantly just doing. So I'm for my company. I'm the PDNCO. That's the physical development non-commissioned officer. So I'm out here doing work, you know, to make sure that all the people in my company, if they're physically deficient, I'm doing workouts with them, bro. Like I gotta work on them.
Damn.
Yeah. So we haven't had like a test yet. So like, we haven't figured out like who's deficient yet.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing work with that.
Mm.
You know, and then there's just other administrative work.
Mm.
You know, they give
Yo.
us like different positions,
Mm.
and it's like you're just constantly working. It's like you have the illusion that like, all right, I have my free time, and then you're gonna
Mm.
realize, oh, I gotta do this. Like
Mm.
you check your email, oh, I forgot, I still gotta do
Right.
this. But once
Yeah.
I finish that, then I'm gonna get back to my personal stuff. And then you finish that, and it's like, whoa, wait, I have this homework assignment, and it's like
Right.
Yeah.
constantly you're just being. It's not like surprised, but it's just like
Yeah.
you turn a corner, and then there's always something there. Every corner you turn.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
But my weekends,
Yeah,
bro, I make
days
sure
off.
that my weekends are my weekends. You know what I mean? Like, there's always work to do, but I always make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes for everybody. You got to make sure that you have time
Yes,
for
sir.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you and
Yeah.
on the weekends you're not allowed to can you leave? Can you
With this Corona stuff, no, man.
Oh no, of course, but not like
The
a
thing
normal
is, normally, like in the state that I'm in right now, I'd probably try to leave every weekend, to be honest.
Mm.
But with this Corona, well, we don't even get every weekend for starters. There's AC weekends, there's football weekends, there's academic weekends, and then there are B weekends, which are free weekends. AC weekends are military weekends. So those are weekends where we gotta like do some military stuff, like go do a ruck or like do a raid or do an ambush.
Dude,
Or
my
go
guy,
over, like,
what
an
the
operation.
hell is a
gotta-
ruck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Go
A
go
ruck
into
is
details
like-
about
forget-
that, man.
A ruck
You
is
don't-
just put in like a big bag on, like a big what you call it?
A rucksack?
A rucksack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use the
Yeah.
word rucksack because like I thought, oh, like
It's
a
a
ruck
big
is
bag. It's a big bag. All right.
put that
Yeah.
rucksack on your bag, you got your
Ruckus.
weight on you, and then you go for like, I don't know, 7 miles or, and then you just come back and then you do some more training.
You're a beast,
And then
man.
football weekends, it's mandatory that we need to watch every football game. Every home football game, we have to go to the stadium and we have to watch it. And we have
Bro,
to
what
stand.
is that? Yo, what is that rule, bro?
Yeah, why are you forced to
Bro,
watch
I
that,
don't
dude?
even like football. Nah, bro. Let's go watch this game, bro.
they gonna
trying
make
to
you
tell
like
you.
it, bro.
Yo, you can't
That's
get
what I'm
out.
trying
You
to
can't get out of football watching duty for like with some push-ups.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, you said push-ups. The freshmen, for every so this is how it works. You at the football game, right? If we score a touchdown, and then you kick it inside the post, that's 7 points. All the freshmen, they're called plebes, they have to do 7 push-ups. And if we do another like touchdown, say it goes to like 14, right? The point you get another 7. They have to do 14 push-ups. Bro, there's some games where like you have to do it you have to start from the beginning and then do 14 push-ups. So if the game goes to like 56 points, they have to start from 0 again and do 56. And we have to make sure that like they're doing those push-ups, bro. It's I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's some culture tradition stuff that's definitely fugazi out here. But
Yeah.
Ali,
But-
what about that thing about getting smoked or something? What was that about? That you told me
Getting
about?
smoked?
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess smoke. That's like a beast. That's like a basic training thing. Like during basic training, I used to mess up all the time, bro. Like I used to be the last one on the wall, man. Dude, I used to be at the prep school, bro. I still remember my door being knocked. Bah, 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 bah. Get out, bro. I was cold, ashy, bro. And everybody was on the wall, bro. And it was my first night in the pen. It was like first night. It was like first night in prison, bro. I didn't know what was going on, bro. I was just like, man, I used to get the dog smoked. I used to get smoked hard, man. Like, as a matter of fact, we used to all get the way the military works is
What's that
if
mean
one
exactly?
person,
Ali,
Wait, what is that?
Ali, you gotta explain what it means, dude. Like I know,
Yeah,
but like
bro.
you gotta.
oh,
I feel like,
man, smoke.
what do you mean by wall as
smoke
well?
means
Yeah,
physical.
well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what's the wall, bro? What is this, like the
The
penitentiary
wall?
you
No,
in?
like the
Like,
wall literally means the wall, man. It means like get on the wall, push your heels on the wall, like stand there at attention, and we getting ready to go somewhere. That's what it means.
Okay.
Like get out of your room, bop bop bop, knocking at your door 4:30 a.m. You know what I mean? And get out on the wall right now. Not even like 10 minutes. No, get on the wall now. And just think about how it feels, bro. Like just putting on a uniform you never even seen. You're like, what is this, bro? Like, I don't even know how to put on where the patch at. How do I put this boot on? And you go on the wall, crust in your eye. You didn't even get to do your morning routine. You got crust in your eye, and they're like, go, 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 bro. Your heart is still like, you know what I mean? Like when you sleep, and your heart is your heart beats very slowly. You're in like a resting state, and then you go from that to flight or die. It's
0
like
to
definitely
100.
bad for your body, bro. It's like
man.
the next thing you know, you're outside doing push-ups in the cold. That's what smoking is. Smoking is physical correction. So if you see so this last summer, I was on the other side of it. I was the squad leader. So I'm the one doing the smoking, man. Like I'm the one making sure these kids is right. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I think the newer generation, I think every new generation that comes in, these people are more and more soft. So I didn't have a problem getting on their head, like at all. Like there were some people that were just doing the most stupid, slow. And if you think about it, bro, at the end of the day, all of these new cadets that come in, let me talk about last summer. All these new cadets that come in the next 4 years, they're going to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Where they're going to be in control of somebody's life. And if they're making the same stupid mistakes that they made in front of me, you know what I mean? As like when I'm their squad leader, they could cost lives in the future. So I'm going to obviously take that opportunity to put fear in them to never make them do something like that again.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
I know you saying that. You saying that, right? That you taking that opportunity, but I know
Yeah.
you take some joy in it too, my G. Say-
Bro, sometimes, bro. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm like one of the nicer people. Cause like
yeah.
at the
I feel
beginning,
that
like
because-
I'm on my shit. But at the same time, like I I connect. I tend to want to connect to people like at the human level. Some people who don't have social skills, man. Like there's some people that are at West Point. I'm telling you, they were at high school. They had no friends. They have no social intelligence whatsoever. They're awkward people. They stayed in their rooms. They did homework. That's all they did. You know what I mean? They had the grades, and then they come to West Point, and then they put them in a leadership position, and they don't know how to act, bro. There's some people who don't know how to act, and it's like they getting on people's ass, but at the same time, it's like outside of this, it's like that rank you got on your chest. That's all you got. Like for me, like I don't care. Like I got my bars on my chest, but you know what I mean? I walk around, people greet me, whatever. The plebes greet me and whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Some of these people out here stretching it, man. They're stretching it. And those are the people that West Point got a bad stereotype. I'm gonna let y'all know that. West Point got a bad stereotype. The stereotype is that the officers that come out of West Point think they know everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
They think they know it all. They think, and there's different ways people could become officers. It's not just West Point. You could go through like a normal college. You could go to a normal college, or you could do a candidate officer, OCS, which is like where you go to college and then you come back later and you do like a 3-month course. But West Point, the West Point path has a stereotype that West Point people come out and they think that they're hot shit because they did 4 years of military. You know what I mean? And it's the most prestigious, whatever. And then, they get rings. Every West Point grad gets rings. They call them like ring knockers. Like, oh, they knock the table all the time. Let people know, oh, I'm a West Point grad. But I'm gonna let you know. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm gonna let you know though. Like the prep school, some of my boys from the prep school has some of the realest people, man. Like some real people that came directly into West Point. But the people who did the prep school year with me, some of the realest people I know, bro. And we out here to break stereotypes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Love to hear that, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I always said, right? Because when it comes to like military, even police, and these kind of things, right? Like,
Yeah.
of course, change gotta come like from the top of things also. But like, you know what I'm saying? But also we need people like you, you know what I'm saying, to be in the military and
Exactly.
to be as you know, we know you, bro, and like what you were saying, like the background that you, and this ties into something else I also wanted to speak about a little bit more. It's like the background that you had and how you grew up and how you're able to connect with people and have empathy for people and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because you've seen it all, right? Like you're saying, we lived in places that in military people go there and it's a deployment, bro.
Yeah.
Live our everyday, my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I bet your village, like my village in Senegal, like I
if
bet
they go there, it's
tweaking,
deployment, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've seen that, and like having people like you then, go into such and recognizing that there's these stereotypes and that there's these type of people, like having someone like you
Yeah.
who has this better understanding of like even just life, bro, and the world too, is like what you need also in the military to change, to have things slowly change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's what I thought was really awesome, like
Mhm.
about you like going to West Point and stuff.
Yeah, there
Like,
was a quote. I think it was Kamala Harris. She said, "We didn't just come this far to come this far." You know what I mean? Like you gotta do something with it. That's
yeah,
that's everybody. You know what I mean? That's what all of us. We didn't come this far just to come this far. Like
Yeah, man.
Mm.
we're here
exactly.
to do something. We're here to
That's what we
leave
were
something.
saying before. Everything, our whole upbringing, everything is for a reason. It's not something that we can let go to waste. For real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On that, even like I was wondering like if you feel that there's some, specific, maybe specific things or like something that you feel, that you learned, like back in TZ or Angola or just through that kind of,
Yeah.
that nomadic time period of your life that
Yeah.
that you feel like is something so important now that you use like once you got the West Point kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like living in Tanzania and Angola and just like living abroad, it's not like I had moments where I was like, aha, I learned something new.
Hmm.
Aha, I learned something new. It was just I just lived through it and my I just
Yeah.
morphed into just I didn't
Yeah.
even realize it. But
That's how it is.
I became more open-minded, all the different perspectives, people from different creeds, different culture, different race, different background, just interacting with them every single day just slowly changes you
Yeah.
subconsciously. Like it's not
Yeah.
even like aha, I learned something new from you today. It's just like you just
Yeah.
living life and you just changing and you realize how much your mindset has changed when you go back, like you said, to home or you go back to that original fabric and you see where people still are. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like communication. Like I realize I communicate well with
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean? From all walks, anybody. You know what I mean? If you might have beliefs that are backwards, completely different from mine, but I can still talk to you and make you feel like what you're saying makes sense. You know what I mean? And find the common
Fine.
ground. It's like
Exactly, dog.
I'm not confrontational at all. You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's one thing. Like a lot of people out here will confront like something you do. If you do something different, it's like, oh, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like this,
Right.
this, this, this. But for us, it's just like we know how to kumbaya with everything. You know what I mean? Like we're like
Yeah.
wave benders. You know what I mean? Some people have that ability to just work
Right.
in
Right.
all environments, and then there's some people who just know one environment, and then they're just like they resist everything new that comes to them because they lived a
Yeah.
certain way all their life. So
Yeah.
you know
How
what
do
I
you
mean?
feel? How do you feel like so that knowledge and the experience and as you said, you know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily a day-to-day learning lessons that you get
Yeah,
from it's like more of a okay, I've now naturally become more open-minded and understanding for other cultures and stuff.
yeah,
So how has do you feel super different to certain other officers that you work with sometimes? I mean, I'm not talking about like the officers who are you said the no social skills whatsoever, but I'm talking about like even your close friends, people that you respect as well, but who
Mm.
haven't had the same experience as us. Do you feel like there's a significant difference between you two?
I mean, I wouldn't say significant, you know what I mean? Because at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, there's some people who lived in like one place all their life, but still like some of the most, you know what I mean, like
Switched on.
well spoken, some of the
Yeah.
most, open-minded people I know. You know what I mean? There's definitely I would say like the weird people are like minorities, you know what I mean? I feel like
Okay.
most people I know, you know what I mean? Like they have they're very open-minded, you feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
diverse in the way that they think.
Wait, so
And I
just
think
clarify
everybody's
that, man.
different too.
My G,
I, uh,
it sounded like you said the minorities are weird people. You said like
no, 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 no.
the
I
weird
mean like
people are
the
the
Yeah.
mind, like
Jews.
less people are awkward.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
have more faith in.
So you're hating on your people, dog? Come on
I
now.
heard that as well.
Hey,
Yo,
my
you
bad,
know
my bad, my
some
bad,
angry
my bad.
people about
That's
to just cut that clip of you.
exactly.
I was literally thinking that. I was like, watch how it blows up in the comments, bro. Some Mexican kid is gonna be very mad. Like,
I
No,
hate
I
my
mean the
people.
minority is in like less people are awkward, and
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
more people that like I believe that if you talk to them for long enough, you realize like, all right, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
But that's
yeah,
it. That's it at the end of the day, right? Is like I think something that we all notice as well from like going to these schools and that once again, I can't even stress enough how blessed that was for us. You know what I mean? There's very much like this sense of like us and them in a lot of people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas I think for us to a large extent, I don't feel that barrier so much between me and other people, right? And I think we all have that because of,
Yeah.
being to a lot of places and also being like forced into a classroom where it's like, I don't know, a quarter of the people are like from India. Then you got people like from the UK, people from the States,
Yeah.
Tanzanian people,
Yeah.
everything kind of.
Yeah.
So and then being forced into that environment, you're also forced to cope with how other people learn and how other people communicate and just being able to kind of morph yourself
Hmm.
to, communicate
Yeah.
with this type of person, communicate with this type of person, and kind
Hmm.
of be able to do that without even thinking about it,
Without
right?
thinking about it.
And
Yeah.
like the same goes even for like languages for some of us, Like I switch between Dutch, French, and English without thinking, without even blinking, I'm
Hmm.
Flex.
in the middle of conversations at the
Yeah.
dinner table. Whereas some other people, they might speak different languages, but they don't have that switch because they
Hmm.
not been in a lot of places where,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They
Hmm.
can't switch easily between English, French. They gotta take a second or
Yeah.
but they don't have that quick switch just because they're not in this environment where they morph to you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
cater to the communication
Hmm.
of like different people and stuff.
Hmm.
I think what you said, like, being forced into, like, for example, a classroom with different people, I think what it essentially comes down to is just, a lot of people, like, just generally, I feel like, I don't know if the majority of people, a lot of people have this way of thinking where it's like about focusing on the differences and how like different we are. Whereas like when you're put into a classroom with such different people and you're like, made to like collaborate with them, you start like embracing each other's differences. And I feel like in that way you build a certain empathy, because it's like I'm not going to, judge you for being different, and I actually see value in that. So then when you meet in people, at West Point or whatever, that even though they're very different at first sight, that's not going to make you distant from them. It's going to make you like curious and like, okay, what can I learn from how this
Yeah.
person does things, and how can
Hmm.
that change me, even instead of just
Hmm.
being like, that person is really different, I'm going to keep my
Hmm.
distance because I
Exactly.
don't agree with whatever they're about. So it's
Yep.
about really embracing that and being able to empathize, and then through that you adapt, I feel. And I think
Yeah.
that's just something that is just a part of us now. And like, you become like a sponge, you're just constantly
Yeah.
absorbing things as
Yeah.
opposed to like trying to just be on your own and
Yeah.
like, or your own, type of, or like people from where you're from only or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to be curious. I think that was like the key word. Like you got to be curious. Like you got to have the you got to have the willingness to learn. A lot of people don't have the willingness to learn because they feel like they got it all. You got to always be willing to learn.
And
And
learn from different
people
places and
appreciate you
different
more when
people.
you're willing to learn. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Just on just I have a question, like another, just one question for Ali. Like, is there
Mhm.
through that experience, like, being at West Point, and like is there like one moment or one thing that was like really, really like difficult that you had to overcome that maybe changed you completely, or like a realization that you've had that completely changed you in any way? Maybe it doesn't have to be, but I'm just curious. Being in that different environment, and like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like the change definitely hit me kind of quicker coming to going from an environment where we were just kind of free in our movement, free in our way of thought. Um, on the beach just chilling.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Listening to music to like, boom, this is the military. This is what you need to do. This
Mhm.
is what you need to wear. This and that. This is how you need to perform physically. This is, we're going on a 12-mile run. This is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of took me by surprise. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
at first, it definitely was a shock factor. I'm telling you for a fact. When I first got my hair bald and I looked myself in the mirror, bro, shock, man. I was like, whoa, like this is
Yeah.
real. Like this is really different. Um, but then again, man, like besides that, but besides, like I came in 155 pounds, bro. Like I came in skinny, 6'2", 155 pounds, dude. I remember I was standing in line. Even my dad said, "Look, we're in line, getting ready to enter West Point." And my dad was like, "Hey, you gotta work out, man." And, you know, But naturally, I got in there, man, and my diet immediately changed. I was working out every single day. I didn't even realize it. Like I told you, like the hamster on the wheel. You know what I mean? Like it just,
Yeah.
the hamster wheel just got so fast. I was working out every day. I was just, my life switched. Like I didn't really have time to adjust. The way the military works is it's like you don't adjust. It's just, this is it.
You're
Like
thrown in the
whether
deep
you
end.
like it or not. You know what I mean? You can adjust mentally, but as far as the physical expectations, as far as what you're expected to do, there's no adjustment. Like we're gonna give you a week to figure out, you know, how you're gonna, you know, do your push-ups, or a week to figure out, you know, how you're gonna have to be more aggressive in your action. It's like no, they throw you in the
just gotta do
crucible.
it.
It's like you gotta live up to whatever they expect. But mentally, yes, I've definitely adjusted. There's some, you know, I've definitely adjusted mentally, and it helps, man. You know what I mean? Like sometimes having a regiment mindset, sometimes it hurts you, but sometimes it really helps. You know what I mean?
It's that discipline, right?
Yeah,
That
and
it's
keeping
that
yourself right
discipline
physically.
that you learn that you can then apply also to like other areas of your life, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But the military doesn't do it to some people. There's some people who are just not disciplined, and they won't ever be disciplined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like slack offs. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, if who you are as a person, like you're already disciplined, you know what I mean? Like you don't need the military could help, but there's some people who are naturally already goal orientated, already naturally disciplined, already have these traits, and you don't need the military to do it.
Yeah.
That's why they send bad kids to military schools, because like they need it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm a bad kid or anything, but the point is like there's some people who already have it. You know what I mean? And it definitely helps them in life. And I would say that, like, you know, I had it, but not the same way. You know what I mean? Like I still was kind of lacked off. Like I was, you know, sleeping in sometimes. You know, I definitely didn't work out the way I work out now. You know what I mean? Like I was definitely more relaxed. And coming here has definitely changed me. You know what I mean? Like waking up early, being more of a morning person. You know, those types of things.
Yeah,
I've seen when I got here. But yeah.
That's what's
But
up, man.
Nice. Sounds like very positive changes.
Yeah.
At the same day, bro, I'm the same person though. You know what I mean? Like I'm the same person. You know what I mean?
Nomad Li.
Yeah, we can tell, bro. We can tell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for real though.
Bro.
Man, dude, this is the thing with this podcast, and that's why I love it so much that we decided to do this. Is like, I just posted it on the Instagram as well. Like, I literally feel like we could sit here like for the next 5 hours and just keep on going, man.
Honestly,
so many topics.
There's so much.
So many questions I have, man. Like,
you know.
No.
So yeah, I don't know for future, we can even just think about doing these, you know, planning them in and just doing them for longer and literally just, you know, talking it out, like literally talking out the full conversation. But yeah, on that note, since we are getting close to the end, how about one of the homies, one of y'all got a good quote for us to finish it off?
Ooh, I think we should repeat what Ali said, man.
Ali had a quote that came through.
I think that's good. Yeah, that's gotta be.
That has
I was
to
gonna.
be.
It was
a high tide raises all ships, man.
High tide raises all ships.
We gotta work together. We're not gonna get far on our own, bro. We gotta work together. Take advantage of our networks. The people out there, take advantage of your networks. The people you know. If you're not, you know what I mean. If you're not using them, and you guys aren't using each other, you know what I mean, and building steps, then you're just gonna be where you are. Or if you try to move forward, you're gonna move forward slowly. You gotta move forward quick. You gotta move forward powerfully, and the only way we can do that is together. We're social animals. We do everything.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
High
I mean,
tides,
that social animals thing. That's what I was talking about with the fabric too. Like, we know it all too well how the whole family be moving as a unit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's how we end up going far, man. It's as a squad.
I'm thinking about the wildebeest Nat Geo.
You said in Nigeria?
I said I was thinking about the wildebeest. The wildebeest, you know how they migrate? They migrate together in the big numbers, man. All you see is a
millions.
What the alligator or the crocodile in the river gonna do against more than 600 wildebeest
Yeah.
coming at you. But if it's just one wildebeest,
But on that, it might be a dark twist, but like it's just something I thought about. It is true that when y'all a whole squad, when y'all a whole team, like yeah, sometimes some people they don't make it with the whole squad, bro. And like
Alligator might get one.
you know what I'm saying, alligator might get one, and like
Nice.
that's just something. I don't know. It's just like with the wildebeest, man. It's just like a fact of life that sometimes when we're with a lot of close people, you know what I'm saying? Some people they don't at the end of the day their mind is not the same as yours. You might think it was, you might always have thought that y'all was on the same page with everything. But like, some people they ain't got the same vision and they can't move forward like you. And
Yeah.
sometimes, shit, they gotta get left behind, bro. And as sad as it is, like I've experienced those things, man. You got homies that they're just not on the same path as you. They're just not trying to get to the same place as you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they might just stay in the low tide, bro. Keeping it to this quote.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something we all gotta think about.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
Yeah.
bro.
Ali. Bless up, bro.
man.
Thank you for
Like,
being
thank
here.
you,
great,
man.
great.
We're
For all
gonna have
the
you on.
Blessing the podcast.
We're gonna have you on here again for sure,
Nomadic
dude.
family out there, like, we haven't spoke to Ali like this in a long minute either, you know.
Yeah.
So this was so great for us to catch up to.
That's great to catch up with y'all, man.
That's what it's about,
Yeah.
man.
One love, man. One love.
Yeah.
One love.
One love. One love. One love. One love.
All right, bro.
Episode 2, we out.
Yeah.